What is going on here? Last week, I shared with you guys a really simple recipe to get started in manual mode. And I thought we would kind of build upon that recipe this week and talk about shutter speed. Now, shutter speed's awesome because in photography, it allows you to control movement. So whether you're at a sporting event and you want to freeze fast action, or maybe you're at a national park and you want to smooth out the water in this beautiful waterfall to get a nice creative look, shutter speed allows you to do all of that. So we're gonna start with a recipe that I shared with you last week, and we're gonna figure out how to control shutter speed to get the look that we're going for. Now, I'm not gonna go outside because it's winter time here in the Ozarks and it's about 10 degrees. So I'm gonna have to find something to show you guys how to control movement indoors. So let me see what I can find. Let's start with the recipe I shared with you last week. So set your shutter speed to 1/320, select the lowest possible aperture f-number, then set your ISO to 100. This turned out a little too dark, so to fix that, I'm going to increase the ISO to 800. This will help brighten the shot. Cool, so that definitely made it brighter. However, if we zoom in, you can see there's a problem. There's some motion blur in the car. In order to freeze fast action, we have to use a faster shutter speed. Now, determining which shutter speed you should use really depends on the type of subject and how fast they're moving. So it's a little bit of trial and error. The reason we don't want to use the fastest shutter speed on our camera is that it alters some of the other settings and can end up producing really, really poor results. So in the end, we want a shutter speed that's just ever so slightly fast enough to freeze the subject that we're shooting. To freeze the movement of the toy car, I'm going to increase the shutter speed to 1/1000. By increasing the shutter speed, I was able to get a nice sharp shot of this toy car. However, things are still a little too dark. So like before, we're going to increase the ISO to brighten things up. Awesome! So you can see how bright, vivid, and detailed this photo is. By choosing a faster shutter speed, we're able to freeze the movements of fast-moving subjects. One of my favorite things about photography is capturing photos with a really slow shutter speed. And what that does is it captures all of the movement that takes place during that time span. So like I referenced earlier, if you're taking a picture of a waterfall and you have your shutter open for say 2 seconds, the camera is going to capture all the movement that takes place during those 2 seconds. It's really going to smooth out the water. You can also do this at night if you're really interested in light painting or fireworks and things like that. So let's try slowing down our shutter speed all the way down to 1/4 of a second. Whoa, that's bright. Okay, so let's fix it. Like before, all we have to do is lower the ISO. In this case, I'm going to select the lowest possible ISO of 100. Okay, so things are still a little too bright. Well, since we can't go any lower with our ISO, the only way we can darken the photo here is to increase our aperture. So I'm going to set it to f4. Boom shakalaka! By using a slow shutter speed, we're able to capture the movements of the toy car. In this case, the car had some lights on it, and it created these really cool light trails. There you have it, a really simple way to control movement using shutter speed. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Happy clicking.